In today's episode, you'll find out how Facebook saved the day for me. I'll be back in a minute with the story. I was doing some grocery shopping at our local supermarket, and because I'm always on the lookout for interesting tidbits that I can use on my website blog or for our newsletters, I towed a messenger bag around with my day planner and other equipment like a digital camera, a video camera, and a voice recorder. Well, after doing my shopping, I headed out to my car while talking on my cell phone. I loaded my purchases into the car and left my bag in the cart and drove off. By the time I realized my bag was missing, I was all the way home. So I flew back to the supermarket and the bag was gone. The supermarket people said no one had turned in the bag. It was gone. Talk about feeling low. I drove back home. After my wife gave me that disappointed, "How could you do such a stupid thing" look, she and I made a list of all the credit cards and called the companies, you know, the usual drill. I was so angry at myself for being so careless, and also started worrying that maybe this was an early sign of dementia. The next morning when I turned on the computer, my Facebook lit up with messages from Christina Lizima. She and her children had found the bag and tried to contact my office, but since it was a Sunday, they decided to contact me on my Facebook. Well, to make a long story short, not only did I get my bag back with everything intact, but I also met the most wonderful people. Social media has certainly taken over the world for many people, but the one issue that keeps cropping up because of our digital world is the problem of overuse syndrome, things like carpal tunnel syndrome, for instance. And I'll be back in a second to tell you more. Carpal tunnel syndrome is a condition where the median nerve, one of the major nerves that leads into the hand, gets trapped at the wrist. One of the more common causes is repetitive motion injury. Conservative management of carpal tunnel syndrome requires the use of a brace, anti-inflammatory medicines, and special exercises. Occasionally, a physical therapist can be of assistance. If the problem doesn't improve, the treatment may require a steroid injection. But unfortunately, until recently, if those measures didn't work, it meant surgery. Either a large incision or a smaller incision if an arthroscope was used. Nonetheless, surgery. And surgery has risks, and it doesn't always work. Now, there is a new method using ultrasound guidance and a small needle that doesn't require surgery. Dr. Dan Malone at the University of Wisconsin and other collaborators described this method in the Journal of Applied Research. And by the way, one of those collaborators is a very well-known, intelligent, good-looking physician. Anyway, a small needle is used to free up the median nerve, and the recovery period is less than a day. Early results are very encouraging, so keep on texting, but not while you drive. Actually, that reminds me of a billboard I saw at a local church. They'd put up this billboard, and it said, "Honk if you love Jesus, text if you want to meet him." Anyway, keep on tweeting, Facebooking, and all those other things, but don't overdo it. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Dr. Nathan Way.